What's going on, my good people? It's your boy Jay Fry. Today we're outside in my small backyard garden where we're going to check out the results of the mistakes that I made in my last video and how I plan on bouncing back. So hang out with your boy for a minute and check it out. Alright, so if you saw my last video, I planted everything I had left to plant right here in the month of May. I direct sowed some seeds, which are doing pretty good, and I also planted some slips and transplants, which are not doing so good. So I made a mistake planting the slips and the transplants, and instead of hiding it, I figured I'd show you guys exactly what I did. Normally when I'm planting my transplants, I usually add like the Espoma fertilizer and a couple of other things that I've been using for a few years, so I hadn't been reading. I usually just put normal amounts in there, what I consider normal anyway. But this go around I bought another nutrient, which was this potash, and a lot of you already know this because it was in the comments like, hey, it's just gonna burn your plants up, and it did just that. But I use this thing as if I was using something I've been using all along, right? So as soon as the video was over, I came back and read the directions on the back of it, and it says to apply a teaspoon around the drip line of the plant. Now y'all know I added handfuls and handfuls into these where these slips were and my melons, so of course you know there ain't nothing left. So let me go ahead and show you guys if there's nothing left, but I'm gonna show you where I planted it, and you can kind of tell the aftermath of this, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I did to bounce back. All right, so let's take a look at the first bed that I added my seedlings into, and in this bed right here, this is where I was gonna plant multiple watermelon plants in here. So there were already two in there. That's all you see right now that's taking up that space. It's two watermelon plants that came up on their own. They're volunteers from the compost that I put in here. And then this right here, these are some these are cucumbers. I had pulled up a bunch of cucumbers already and moved them. I decided to leave those there and see what they do growing with the melons. They should be okay because they are different species, so it shouldn't cross-pollinate. But anyway, I planted 3 or 4 watermelon transplants in here. I think I had like a Jubilee and a Sugar Baby or something like that. But I wanted to show you because it's already dried up, burned up, or whatever the case may be. But if you see this spot right here, and then this spot right here, and then the other spot back in there where it looks like it's wet, it's a whole lot darker than the other areas. That's where I planted those seedlings at, and that's what it looks like after the fact. You know, it burned up the plant, but it's still dark right there. That's crazy that it did that. So I still have a plan. I'm going to show you what I'm doing for my melons here in a minute, and hopefully these cucumbers will grow. I actually should have pulled that one up too, that cucumber plant, but I'm gonna let it grow in there. You know, it's all about just trying stuff, see what works or whatever. This is where I planted my sweet potato slips, and I left these here just so you can see it too. They really got burnt up as well. And if you saw in the video, man, I use a couple of fistfuls of that potash. So I don't know if I'm gonna pull this soil out and amend it or add more like potting soil or stuff like that to kind of break it down a little bit. I have been adding water to it, and we've gotten a bunch of rain, so that may have broke it down a little bit. And if not, my backup plan, my potatoes, let's take a look right here. My potatoes right here are ready to be harvested. I had I had 5 bags of potatoes. I already harvested my red potatoes that were right there, and now I just need to harvest these. All right, so this right here is one of the newer beds that I put in place. I would like to put a trellis in here if I can get the stuff to grow like it's supposed to, but the same thing, you see, let's take a closer look. So you see you have this dark spot right there. I put a transplant right there, or a seedling right there, and it burnt it up too. So, and then I put another one right here, and that's what, you know, I know I put a bunch of that salt here, so man, that's crazy what it does to the soil. And right beside this, I did go ahead and drop some seeds. These are some honeydew melons. No, sugar dew melons. So as I planted the sugar dew melon seedling, I also just dropped some seeds right there. And it's a good thing that I did, because I got a few of them that's actually growing in. So that's a part of me bouncing back, you know, with my sugar dew melon. So it looks like I'm still gonna get some, even though this is a fairly new bed and the soil probably is not as good as it should be, but I think it's gonna work out. So every year my garden been teaching me a lesson, and this year that's one of the biggest mistakes, or the biggest lesson that I've learned is that I needed to read what I was doing to my plants and just not adding it so freely. But hey, you know what, I did it, and I guarantee you I won't do it again. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I've done to go ahead and try to bounce back. If you're still here with me, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help your boy grow. You know I appreciate it. All right, so we're out here in the garage where I started my seedlings at and everything. And right now, as soon as I realized I made that mistake, I still had the sweet potatoes that I actually got those original slips from versus the one that I got out of the compost bin. And I pulled them off of this sweet potato, and they were probably maybe 2 or 3 inches tall. So I pulled them off of there, and I put them in this bottle, in this little jar. I don't know if you can see the root. So there's 2 different varieties that I had, 2 different varieties of sweet potatoes that I kept, right? So let's see if I can split this up. So this one was from a purple sweet potato. Can we see that? Yeah, this one was from a purple sweet potato, and I just stuck it in the water. So I believe as long as our roots are an inch and a half, somewhere in there, we should be ready to plant. And this one, these so let me see. So these are from 2 different sweet potatoes. That's why I got them wrapped up different. And then this one, I just went ahead and did this to show you guys a way that you can start your own sweet potato slips. So that one just grew pretty tall. I can't get this thing to focus, but I didn't do it like this. I just did this right now to see if I can get the ones on here to hurry up and grow. So all I end up doing, I'll take that off like that, and then I add it to the water. Replace the water every day. It's time for me to replace it. Time for me to replace it now and clean it up. But so I still have 3, then I have 4, maybe like 8 sweet potato slips, which is gonna be enough. And then once I harvest those potatoes that I have in those bags, I may just use those bags, and I think we should still be okay. Now as far as the melons, I went ahead and started some melons too. Let's see if we can get in there. We could do it from the side. So I didn't want to pull these out just yet, but so I started some sugar dew melons, a couple of more watermelons, and those on the right are some cucumbers. And then I did some what are those, blue pea flowers, and I didn't plant anything in here. I just set that there. But so yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to bounce back. I'm gonna get these put back in some water. So I should be through planting stuff or starting seeds in here. But these are some basil that I pulled up out of the ground. They were just growing from the compost pile. I put them in water, then I propagated these right here. Let's see. So these are actually ready too. I'm gonna pot those up and put them in the house. We got a bunch of those inside. But yeah, right here, like I said, I have what is these? I still have some onions, some yellow onions and the red onions. Now you see how small these red onions are? They are even small outside in the garden bed growing versus these right here. So you know, it's almost time to harvest them, and I might see if I can get a second go at these onion bulbs. I think I still should be able to drop them in there. They seem kind of dry. No, I still got some green in there, right? So let me know down in the comments what you think about that. You think I could still plant these? Actually, I'm going to plant them. It's almost time to harvest. I'm just going to plant them anyway and see what it do. So yeah, I was showing you guys the onions, and these are, if you take a look right here, you can see the red onion bulbs. They started to bulb pretty late, but they almost there. Actually, I think they probably are there. And then right here, these are the yellow. These look better than the ones I did last year, so I'm getting better and better every year, you know what I'm saying? So if they starting to lay over, I think like that's probably ready, right? Yeah, I know I got a little time, but I am gonna go ahead and plant those in there. All right, so we saw the sweet potato slips that I had growing. So like I said, I think I still got time to plant those. Right now we're May the 21st. So I'm probably a few weeks behind with my sweet potato slips, but I'm still right on time, right? And then as far as the melons, I do have some melons growing, and then some of my other seeds, they came up or they germinated or whatever, and then the ones in the house. So I'm gonna get those planted. So that's just my way of bouncing back. Now, I know I'm not the only one that made this type of mistake. I hope I'm not the only one that made the mistake. So let me know down in the comments if you made those mistakes and if you were able to bounce back, or what you did to bounce back or whatnot, and what other type of mistakes you've made in the garden. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with your boy. If you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. I'll holler at you.